Hey everyone, welcome back to SpeakNext English Podcast.
Oh wow, we are so happy you clicked on this video today.
Seriously, out of everything on YouTube, you chose us, and that means everything.
If you're new here, welcome to the family. Subscribe right now, please.
Hit that bell so YouTube actually shows you our new videos always.
And if you're a returning listener, we missed you so much.
Okay, today's topic is something people avoid talking about in real life.
We are talking about debt today. Yes, actual real money debt.
I can already hear people getting uncomfortable just hearing that word.
But stay with us, because this conversation could genuinely change your perspective.
We're going to teach you real English for talking about debt confidently.
And I promise, by the end, you'll feel so much better about it.
Because understanding debt in English helps you in so many real situations.
Banking, conversations with friends, job applications, even understanding the news requires this.
So let's dive in and make this topic actually interesting and useful today.
Okay, Sophia, I'm going to confess something embarrassing to everyone listening right now.
Oh, really? This should be good. Tell us everything, James. Go ahead.
When I was 23, I was completely and totally drowning in debt.
Drowning in debt. That's such a powerful phrase. What does drowning mean here?
It means being so deep in debt that you can't see a way out.
Like you're underwater and struggling to breathe financially. That's the image, right?
Exactly. I had credit card debt, a car loan, and student loans simultaneously.
3 different types of debt at the same time at 23 years old?
I know. I was not making smart decisions back then, unfortunately.
So let's actually explain what those 3 types of debt mean in English.
Yeah, because listeners might hear these words and not fully understand them yet.
Okay, so credit card debt. What exactly is that in simple terms?
So when you use a credit card, you're borrowing money from the bank.
And if you don't pay the full amount back quickly enough each month?
They charge you extra money called interest on top of what you owe.
And interest keeps building up every single month you don't pay completely?
Yes, that's how a $500 purchase becomes $700 eventually.
That's terrifying, honestly. I remember my first credit card and that shock completely.
Did you struggle with credit card debt too? Tell us your story.
Not seriously, but I definitely spent more than I should have initially there.
What happened? Come on, share with the people listening right now today.
Okay, fine. I bought a really expensive camera I couldn't afford immediately.
Oh no, how much did you put on the credit card for it?
About $1,200, and I only paid the minimum each month after.
And the minimum payment barely covers the interest, so the balance stays high.
Exactly. After 6 months, I still owed over $1,000 still somehow.
Even though you'd been making payments every single month without missing any.
That was my wake-up call about how credit card interest actually works realistically.
This is why understanding the word interest rate is so important in English.
Okay, so interest rate. Let's explain this properly for everyone listening right now.
So interest rate is basically the percentage the bank charges you for borrowing money.
So if your interest rate is 20%, that's really high and dangerous, right?
Super high. That means you're paying $20 extra for every 100 borrowed.
And this is why people say I'm paying off debt versus I'm in debt.
Oh, nice. Those are 2 different phrases, right? Can you explain that difference?
Sure. Being in debt means you currently owe money to someone or somewhere.
And paying off debt means you're actively working to clear what you owe.
Exactly. Like you'd say, I'm in debt right now because of my car loan.
Or I've been paying off my student loans for the past 3 years.
See how these phrases are different? One is a state, one is an action.
That's such a useful distinction for learners. I love how you explain that clearly.
Okay, so James, you mentioned student loans earlier, and that's huge for many people.
Oh man, student loans are a massive topic, especially in America right now today.
For people who don't know, can you explain what a student loan actually is?
So in many countries, university education costs a lot of money to attend.
And not everyone has that money saved up ready to pay immediately, right?
Right, so the government or banks lend you money to pay for university education.
And you have to pay that money back after you graduate from school.
Usually, yes, with interest added on top of the original amount you borrowed.
So some people graduate with tens of thousands of dollars of debt already immediately?
I graduated with $22,000 in student loan debt at 21.
$22,000. How did that feel when you saw that total amount, honestly?
Like a stone sitting on my chest that never went away completely ever.
That image of a stone on your chest is so vivid and relatable, honestly.
That's actually a common expression people use for debt in English conversation.
A weight on my shoulders is another one people use to describe debt feelings.
Or I feel buried in debt when the amount feels completely impossible and overwhelming.
These expressions are so important because they show the emotional side of debt.
Right, debt isn't just numbers, it has real emotional weight for people always.
Have you ever heard someone say they feel house poor in English before?
Oh, yeah, that's when someone buys a house and has no money left over.
They can afford the mortgage payment but can't afford anything else at all.
Their whole paycheck goes to the house and nothing's left for living normally.
Like they can't go to restaurants, can't travel, can't do anything enjoyable anymore.
Because every dollar goes straight to the mortgage payment every single month now.
What's a mortgage, by the way? Let's explain that for newer English learners.
A mortgage is a loan you take out specifically to buy a house or property.
And you pay it back usually over 15 to 30 years in monthly payments?
Yes, it's the biggest debt most people will ever have in their lives.
So when someone says, I have a mortgage, they mean they're paying off a home loan?
Exactly, and mortgage payments can be thousands of dollars every single month easily.
That's why people save for years before buying a house in most cases.
Now let's talk about some really natural phrases people use about debt in conversation.
Yes, like how do people actually bring this up in everyday casual conversations?
Well, someone might say, I'm a little strapped for cash right now, honestly.
Ooh, strapped for cash. That means you don't have much money available, right?
Right, like your cash is strapped down and you can't access it easily.
You might say this to a friend when they invite you somewhere expensive.
Like, hey, want to go on that weekend trip? And you say this back.
I'm a bit strapped for cash this month. Can we do something cheaper?
That's so natural. It's honest without being dramatic about your financial situation currently.
What about when someone's completely broke and has no money at all available?
People say I'm flat broke or just I'm broke in casual conversations always.
But broke is quite casual, right? You wouldn't say this in a formal setting.
Definitely not. In formal English, you'd say I'm experiencing financial difficulties right now.
Or, I'm currently managing some financial challenges. Sounds more professional and appropriate.
Those formal versions are important for conversations with banks or employers needing to know.
Now, let's talk about asking someone to pay you back in English naturally.
Oh, this is awkward for so many people. Nobody likes asking for money back.
Why is it awkward? Because you worry about damaging the friendship or relationship?
Exactly. Money conversations between friends are so uncomfortable and tension-filled often, unfortunately.
But sometimes you need to have them. So what phrases can people use naturally?
Something gentle like, hey, no rush, but do you remember that money you borrowed?
Ooh, that's good. No rush softens it so it doesn't sound demanding or aggressive.
Or, whenever you get a chance, can you pay me back for dinner?
That's casual and friendly. You're reminding them without creating an uncomfortable situation immediately.
But what if the person keeps forgetting or avoiding paying you back repeatedly?
Then you might need to be a bit more direct and clear about it.
Like, hey, I actually really need that money back soon, if possible, please.
Adding, I actually really need it makes it clear it's not optional anymore now.
That's a good technique, being honest about your need without being rude or aggressive.
What if you're the one who borrowed money and needs to bring it up?
Oh, that's also uncomfortable, but honestly, you should just address it proactively yourself.
Yes, don't wait for them to ask because that creates tension between you both.
You might say, hey, I wanted to sort out what I owe you soon.
Sort out is a great phrase, meaning to settle or resolve something between people.
Or, I haven't forgotten about the money I owe you. I'll pay soon.
That shows you're responsible and you're aware of your obligation to that person.
People really appreciate when you acknowledge the debt without them having to remind you.
It shows integrity and respect for the other person and your relationship together.
Now let's talk about debt repayment and how people discuss this in English.
Yes, because once you have debt, you need to think about paying it off.
What phrases do people use when they're making a plan to pay off debt?
One common phrase is, I'm on a budget, meaning I'm controlling my spending carefully.
I'm cutting back on expenses means reducing what you spend to save more money.
And I'm trying to pay down my debt means making extra payments to reduce it.
What's the difference between pay off and pay down in English? They sound similar.
Great question. Pay off means clearing the entire debt completely until nothing remains owed.
And pay down means reducing the amount, but not necessarily clearing it completely yet.
Exactly, like I'm paying down my student loans, I still have 5 years left.
Or I finally paid off my car loan. I own it completely now.
The excitement in that second sentence is so real. Paying off debt feels amazing.
It genuinely does. I paid off my credit card debt after 3 years of effort.
3 years. That took real commitment and discipline to stick with it consistently.
It required a very strict budget and saying no to a lot of fun things.
Like, what kind of things did you have to give up during those years?
No vacations, no new clothes, cooking at home instead of eating out constantly.
That sounds really tough, but ultimately worth it when you cleared that debt completely.
The day I paid the final payment was genuinely one of my happiest days ever.
That feeling of being debt-free must feel so liberating and light emotionally.
Like that stone on my chest just completely disappeared overnight, instantly and suddenly.
Now, let's talk about a really important English phrase, living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, this is so common. Do you know what this phrase means exactly?
It means you spend all your money before the next paycheck arrives each time.
So there's nothing left over for savings or emergencies when they happen suddenly.
And this makes debt even harder to escape because you have no financial cushion.
A financial cushion, that's another great phrase. Explain that one quickly for everyone.
A financial cushion means having some savings to fall back on during emergencies.
Like if your car breaks down unexpectedly and you need money for repairs immediately.
If you have a cushion, you handle it without going into debt to fix it.
But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that emergency goes straight onto a credit card.
And then you're adding more debt trying to solve an unexpected financial problem alone.
It becomes this cycle that's really hard to break out of completely and permanently.
The debt cycle. That's an expression people use to describe this exact pattern of behavior.
You borrow to cover expenses, interest grows, you borrow more, it keeps repeating endlessly.
Understanding this cycle is why financial conversations in English are so important to learn.
Whether you're talking to a financial advisor, a friend, or reading about money online,
You need to understand these terms to make smart decisions about your own finances.
Okay, let's talk about something lighter because this conversation is getting quite heavy, honestly.
Yes, let's talk about celebrating when debt is finally gone for good.
Because that's something worth discussing. How do people talk about being debt-free in English?
People say things like, I finally cleared all my debt with so much joy.
Or I'm completely debt-free now, which just sounds so satisfying to say out loud.
I dug myself out of debt is a really vivid expression people use too.
Dug myself out, like you were buried underground and you dug your way up.
Exactly. It captures how hard the process of getting out of debt actually feels.
Another one is I turned my finances around, meaning you changed your situation completely.
That's inspiring. It implies you were heading in a bad direction but changed course.
These expressions are so motivating when you hear people using them in real conversations.
Because they show that getting out of debt is actually possible with enough effort.
It's hard, it takes time, but it is absolutely achievable for anyone out there.
Now, let's talk about how to discuss debt politely when someone asks you about it.
Because in English-speaking cultures, money is considered quite private and personal information.
You wouldn't just tell a new acquaintance how much debt you have personally.
Right, that would be oversharing and feel quite uncomfortable and inappropriate socially.
So if someone asks, how are you doing financially? You have polite options available.
You could say, I'm managing okay, just working through some things right now.
That's honest but vague. You're not lying but not sharing private details unnecessarily.
Or I'm working on getting my finances sorted, but I'm making progress slowly.
Both of those are perfectly acceptable ways to acknowledge financial struggle without oversharing details.
But with close friends or family, you might be more open and specific about it.
Like, I'm really struggling with debt right now and I need to talk. That kind of honesty with trusted people is healthy and can lead to real support.
Sometimes people who've been through debt can give you genuinely helpful advice and encouragement.
Or just listening and feeling understood makes a huge difference when you're overwhelmed financially.
All right, let's wrap this up. James, what's the one thing you want people to remember?
Debt is normal, but staying informed about it in English gives you real power.
Understanding these words and phrases helps you make better decisions for your financial future.
Don't be embarrassed about debt. Millions of people are dealing with it right now.
And with the right knowledge and vocabulary, you can talk about it confidently, always.
We are so grateful you spent this time with us today at SpeakNext English Podcast.
Honestly, making this content for you is something we genuinely love doing every time.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like right now. It really matters.
And share it with a friend who's learning English or dealing with debt, too.
Subscribe to SpeakNext English Podcast so you never miss our helpful conversations like this.
Leave a comment below telling us which phrase from today was most useful for you.
We read every single comment and love hearing from you all so much.
Genuinely.
Until next time, take care of yourselves and your wallets, everyone out there.
Goodbye from SpeakNext English Podcast, and remember, we're always rooting for you all.
Bye-bye, everyone, and keep learning English one conversation at a time together.